Same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
In some ways, he reminds me of a past NFL great who played the quarterback position as well. Jawing with the opposition, trash-talking a little bit, doesn't mind getting hit and battered around some that kind of gets him into the game. But once it's time to lock in, Phillip Rivers does that as well as any quarterback in the league.
Block the team!
Crunch time, defense.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Let's go.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Set, 180!
150. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
On second and 12, Rivers throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
And every time I spotlight Frank Gore, who turned 36, and man, I feel worse about myself. Fantastic physical condition, a 5-time Pro Bowler, and one of the top runners in NFL history.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Rivers. And Wilson has it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. And the defense for New York.
Edge rusher Vic Beasley is hoping they can roll the calendar back to 2016 when he had his best season in the NFL. 15.5 sacks, led the league in forced fumbles, was an absolute terror off the edge. They're looking to get that back from him, starting with this season.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get it.
To throw again. Rivers. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Rivers on first down. He'll get this one to Galladay. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. That catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his second season. The future bright. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Wilson's got it complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason. But here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
I got you. 79.
To throw is Watson. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Watson. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, 31! Hey, 51! 24!
Check 26, check 26.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Watson. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. The offensive starters now for the Jets.
One of the players the Bills will be definitely counting on is wide receiver Zay Jones, who had a much better year in his second season in 2018, finishing the top 20 in the NFL in receiving touchdowns.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, 59!
He's coming, double up.
Throwing again is Watson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
He's set. 19. 9.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. He's crashing.
To the car.
From the red zone now, Watson rolling to his right. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
He's set. 19. 54.
Watch his slant, watch his slant. Watch his slant, watch his slant. Jim.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Phillip Lindsay touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. Powers through. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 24, Rivers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
Black 15. 54.
You ain't going nowhere.
Play action now. Rivers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Coverage there by Kevon Seymour.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you throw for it there, nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down.
Here we go.
The first throw for the backup Foles. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though he threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Well, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Thompson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Thompson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got Lewis. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now Foles looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Foles. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready. Convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Prater's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Josh McCown of the Jet offense heading back out there. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Switch.
First throw now for the backup McCown. And there's the first NFL catch for N'Keal Harry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. He's coming. We got double up.
Now they'll try and run this sweep to McCoy. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now McCown. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now McCoy. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
From the 36, McCown. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Snap comes at 1. McCown under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Thompson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Foles. And his throw here's incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now back to throw. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking for White on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had Connected. Instead, it's second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw here. He's got Thompson here, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Foles, clock moving, trying to hurry everybody up to the line of scrimmage. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Sharp. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. It is back to football for 22 teams here on this Thursday night, minus the Broncos and Falcons who played last week. And we want to remind you that we are now 28 days away from the opener of the 100th season of NFL football, the Packers and the Bears at Soldier Field. In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular season. Maybe not the offenses. Just yet, but still a half to go as we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the... What you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay, but in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So McCown comes up as the Jets have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's McCown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's the Giants offense. Now getting set to start the third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn. They've got it 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it complete to Thompson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. His throw incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go, baby.
Josh McCown ready to head back out there. They haven't had to rely so much on the passing game. It's really been a team effort in the running game that's kept them successful and has them in the lead.
I like that, too, the team effort, because when I was growing up, one guy carried the football, right? You stuck it in his chest 20 to 30 times a game, and he was the heavy volume, heavy dose guy. Now, you spread it around, different people touching it, and in this game, it's proven to be effective.
And spreading the wealth has been very effective. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jump.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun here for McCown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked picked off at the 39. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
I can't believe they even let you play. Tight dog.
They'll run on first down. Thompson. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get ready. Get ready. Check.
Again, a run with Thompson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first down, Thompson, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Hey, let's get this. Shoot.
Here we go. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Foles now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They toss it to Thompson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
380. 36.
On 2nd and 11 now. Foles. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So McCown comes up as the Jets have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now McCown. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now McCown. Catch is made by Harry. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
We got 3. Flash 25. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Sam on. Check.
Working from the gun. McCown. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the... And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Thompson. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Foles will get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Foles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Foles. The quick slant caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And the Jets set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd and 9, McCown. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup, and that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. McCown now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is McCoy. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's McCoy. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with McCown. Flushed out right. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Right there in the middle, 55. I'm coming for you. Hey, check 25.
10th carry now for McCoy. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And they'll run it with McCoy. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
And a play fake. McCown. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Play action. McCown sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Sterling. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They come out here in the eye.
Look at me. Go. Watch the block. Spine.
Now McCown. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. N'Keal Harry there to make the grab as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
13.
Second and 3.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Now Foles. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Foles now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A quick throw caught by Sharp. Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Foles. This one caught by Ridley. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run with Thompson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On 2nd down, it's Thompson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
McCown and the Jets now, down by 9. Exactly 1 minute remaining. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, McCown. Pryor has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. McCown incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is McCown. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start things on first down with Bo Scarborough. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. It was a long shot.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.